Concerned about the Torp Bulker, maybe, which is currently firing at the Axfords. Half of these are gonna slam into this rock, unfortunately. Yeah, 4 missiles. We're here on Arroyo. Hello, welcome. You don't get the traditional introduction anymore because we are doing this live on Twitch at the very second, this moment, now, today, right now, whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this in the future, it's still live. Yeah, that makes sense. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP, 3K, 444. We're here on Arroyo, Dramus Crow, Quinobean, and 3 Cats, and a trench coat on Team 1. Duke of Stars, McMuster, Polymorph Sneroid, and Blackback on Team 2. Yes, I am. I live in a cupboard. That is correct. We're here on the Bertheon Gromesis Rail Evangelion patch. Testing out, wouldn't you guess it, rails, rails, rails. Rails, 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 rails. Although the last game, the rails didn't matter. They weren't impactful. They didn't mean much. They were just 3,000 points worth, really on both teams, that were just kind of hanging out at the back of the map and not participating. So hopefully we won't see that again this time. Well, you know what? I take that back. Hopefully we will see that again this time. I would rather see that than the just rail hell. I'm gonna be real. Looks like both teams have pretty high ship counts. ANS floating around, what is that, like 20? OSP's floating around 28. It's hard to tell really what anybody's doing on this map off rip, because so when we were first playing Arroyo, everybody played on top of the map, and then after we got good at Arroyo, everybody played on the bottom of the map. And now that we've gotten really good at Arroyo, we do both. Because controlling the map is just important, period, and abandoning half the map for another half of the map is like, you're just asking for trouble. We got 2 450 bulk freighters, one of which is dropping down inside the drive plume of another one, which seems, I don't know, there's a big safety first on my screen right now, but that doesn't seem very safe. Let's drop down here with the OSP team, of course. OSP only one team in the game that has bulk freighters. We got 2 450 bulk freighters with a blackjack on one of them. You don't see those ever, really. Nice, nice, nice. 1 EWR LRT tug supporting them, hanging out on the bottom of the map. Gotta be keeping an eye on that lower delta side. Maybe hanging out over on the left wing. There's another EWR tug lighting up right now. Let's go up. McMuster. Port Bulker. Hell yeah. Absolutely based. Oh my god, this man only has 48 missiles. Okay, significantly less base than originally anticipated. What is this badge? Hold on, what is this badge? That's a cool little badge. Big fan. McMuster, I have seen in games before, so I've been told. Actually, I do remember that name. But he is new to these matches, I believe. He's competitive, if you can call it that, gameplay here on the Coliseum. He's got a wing of multi-mission tugs out on the left side of the map. Gonna be swinging around the Hornet Charlie here, maybe headed up to ANS's upper natural. He's also got an EWR over the top of the map, keeping an eye on everything. Duke Stars with another cap fleet. Looks like MMTs again. He's gonna have 2 MMTs, now 3 MMTs. 2 Arsenal tugs camped around as sort of ultra mines. 1 EWR, 2 EWR, and then 3 nearly naked capping shuttles. They get yaunched out onto the map to grab those early points. Black Bat rocking the pent-up Rick. This guy, C90 with decoys on it, decoy containers and jamming. Decoy containers, OSP can use that to soft kill ARAD missiles, although ANS is just using commands lately, so I don't know what good that's doing. But it does exist, it is an option. It's also got 2 C90 T30s, 2 C90 T81s. That's it, pretty standard little 5 monitor build. ANS time! 3 cats in a trench coat. Are these normal Axfords? not horribly greeted and cancerous. No, these are normal experts. Yeah. Cool. Bear 450 ships. What do your insides look like? Show me your insides. Ammo elevators and giant correlated spyglass. This is a really strong anchor team build. Crow's rocking double Mark 81 experts. It look like their nose on too. Two of the opponents really needs to get those turned around and get that rear gun facing the enemy quite quickly. Although the rails are going to start adding up real fast on this tug. Oh yeah, and some 450 rounds coming in and hitting the tug too. This thing's going to die quite painfully before too long. The rail's going to stun it into oblivion, and the 450 is going to fly on in and just... Eventually one of those is going to land and the whole inside of this thing is going to evaporate. The dram is... Oh, Crow's also got a spy frig? It's a lock frig. It's boss. Tramis, double voxels. But okay, alright, hold on. Tramis with one traditional skirmishing gun voxel hanging out around Alpha side, escorted by one Eeyore sprinter and one monstrosity. This is just a pure torpedo voxel hanging out inside ANS's spawn, ready to absolutely murder anything that comes up on the Delta or Bravo's side of the map. My. Little Bean playing the cat fleet for the team. One dead, nearly naked spinner, which has been yellowed onto the Alpha point. Unfortunately, was not able to secure that. Looks like OSP is going to be able to secure that or maintain the security of that for the time being. They do have 30-point advantage while we've been going through these fleets. But it means also got 1, 2, 3 traditional torpedo and gun and hybrid cap control sprinters. 1 Pinard gun sprinter. That's an interesting combination. 2 of them. 3 of them. And then 1 anchor voxel to cover the backside, which is currently eating 450s at the base. Not too much damage there. Dodging out of the way. Is able to finish off one of the shuttles that was hanging out around the Alpha point before getting bullied away. Oh boy, people have been talking in the chat. At some point I'm gonna... Actually, I'm gonna move this right now. We're gonna put you right there on my monitor. We're gonna put that over there. It's gonna be a little easier to just glance at the chat without turning my whole head now. Techhead's been chatting and I've been missing it while going through the fleets. I am quite new to the Twitch thing. I am used to people being in voice comms and just talking over me while I'm trying to cast with their questions. Which is certainly one way of doing it, but this is a little less disruptive. Yeah, so the normal Axford is kind of surprising to me because generally ANS players have lately been bringing extremely greeted ships where they just strip off the point defense. They have extremely minimal investment in soft kill, like sub 100 points, probably sub 50 points, and then just have 120s and 450s, and they just murder shit, and they don't really get punished for it because soft kill do indeed work. The only thing I've really seen punish that is Cruise S2 active wake validated, and like doing pop-ups into the rear of the actual. We saw that in one of the Knicks games, I'm gonna say 3 weeks ago. It's extremely situational. You can do that. 50 Bulkers over here having a little gunfight with the Axfors at slow range. The Axfors are pretty much going to win that. Critters taking damage. Not a horrible amount of damage, but I mean, all these have to do is orbitage and they're not going to land anything. They can probably even just zigzag, squiggle their way forwards at this range and still be able to dive. Yeah, Twitch has a pretty hard limit on the amount of Upload speed they like. Oh, Dramis. Oh no, this is a very expensive ship. Torp CL just got missiled, which is very bad. Hanging out over the Delta Point, gonna try to control this, but I don't think he's got the range to go down there to that. No way. Yeah, this is 6 kilometers out almost. Definitely no range. Also, having the ruler is so nice. It takes a little bit to get used to, but now that I'm used to reading the spherical range tool, man, it's been a huge spectator quality of life upgrade. Oh, I love it. A couple torps out, man, the torp spinner saving the torp voxel. That's not a good situation to be in. Looks like all these monitors are just hanging out down here, ready to pounce. Yeah, Twitch really doesn't let me upload in 2K or 1440. Yeah, 1440. So I've downscaled my monitor in a way, or downscaled my stream rather, in a way that doesn't squish everything. So it's 720p. Fucking nerds. Makes me quite sad. Man. 3 cats just up here with these Axfords hanging out above the 8 point. Way out in front of his team. Literally does not matter. OSP cannot challenge this. Not with the Railfords and the 450 Axfords in kind of the same sight lines. If a bulk freighter pops up and tries to do anything about this, they're just gonna die. Seek the hole above D. Ah, I see. Dramis is a well-known hole seeker. Yeah, I think it's because Violence Brain. Because I do agree that I think the battleship would wind up being stronger in the long run. But you can often pull out more damage with the Axfords than you can with the battleship, just because of how fire rate works out. And more importantly, Axfords are faster, and people really, really don't like how the battleship flies. I think that's why the Coliseum really gravitates towards those is the Violence Brain. I mean, it's the same reason we don't see like 2 or 3 battleships per game versus 2 or 3 monitor blobs per game. I mean, when people are trying to win, really trying to win, that happens. As we saw during the tournament. It's just monitor versus battleship, monitor versus battleship. And the pub games wind up like that a lot too, with decent players. But here you gotta go fast and you gotta shoot people. And the Axford's kind of the best compromise. It's still exceedingly strong, but it moves faster than the battleship does. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try. I practice in the mirror my poetic speech every single day. EWR Tug, you need a couple rail rounds, but not that many. Looks like the track quality is not very good. 450. Y'all are gonna win this. Oh, okay, okay. They're going after the spy frig, and they might be able to kill that. Oh, that's gonna be a land. Oh, just the nose, though. Okay, yeah. A pair through and through is doing basically no damage. Axfords, however, counter-battering the shuttle, which is parked, and is eating lots and lots of gunfire. Really can't afford to have these not being moving. Anytime you put them anywhere, you gotta have them at the very least orbit dodge in place. And they will do that on their own in terminal. Although I think Duke probably just YOLO'd this onto a point and just forgot about it. Yeah, OSP needs to rotate away from this. Absolutely, no question. They go, okay, there's 4 Axfords up there. We can't fight it. OSP cannot fight that. And they need to rotate around the bottom side of the map and like go to Delta or go to Bravo. Because you really, really, really just can't deal with this. Like, straight up. It doesn't matter how much you have. One getting banished to the Shadow Realm. And that's storming across the map, going for that Charlie point. These bulk raiders are not going to leave. Yep, they're going to keep engaging. They really, 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 really gotta go somewhere else. Look at that. Even at this close range, these ships, and even locked. Yeah, what if I just left? What if I just flew away from the bullets? Almost no damage into the Axford. On the flip side, the aliens are getting ruined. In fact, in the current position, I think I saw a round or 2 go through one into the other. Oh, this is pretty clever boat play here out of Neuroid, putting the healthy one up front and the damaged one in back. Yeah, this is Torps D. Alright, well, something got exploded down here apparently. I'm not seeing anything happen there right now. We're gonna go back to the S2 strike here. Ah, I see the rebel yell over there. It's not quite in range. It's not quite over there yet. Alright, so we got active command validated. Which might, yeah, get hard killed actually is what's gonna happen. Because these are normal Axfords. Oh, 1 land. Nice. That, unfortunately, is going to be able to be repaired in its entirety, so no damage done. Well, I think... Wait, did it also knock out 2 TCs? Yeah, alright. 2 track correlators down. Why is this thing so slow? It's got a yard in it. It's not horrible. It's got a yard and a sun drive in it. This thing should be booking. What is going on? Yeah, probably indecisive. Yeah, good point. He's a relatively new player. Look at these poor ships back here. Absolutely trapped. They can't fight the monitors, they'll just lose. And the torp ship coming in from above, and they obviously can't fight that either. Not with the voxels. Uh-oh. He's trying to take this fight, doing some pop-out shenanigans, but dude. Really don't want to be doing that. That's another problem with trying to do stuff like that, is when you're flying your bulkers in really, really close formation, they will get caught up in each other. OSP, I mean, ANS has complete map dominance control. But they have not gone for that alpha point. I'm not really sure why. Concerned about the Torp Bulker, maybe, which is currently firing at the Axfords. Half of these are going to slam into this rock, unfortunately. Yeah, 4 missiles directly into that rock. Unfortunately, I think these Axfords are covered in defenders, so all these torpedoes, yeah, which don't have cork on them, are just going to die. Okay. So that does not have Cork. This is going to be entirely ineffective, unfortunately. You do have to have Cork to be effective. Koi Demo gets bazookaed. Dramus going for the gold here on ABT's ships, but I don't think that's gonna cut it, Chief. Don't think this is gonna cut it. Looks like the command missiles. Yeah, CR10 and 10 is down, so none of these commands are gonna hit. Team DHOJ though, so they are landing on these some of these jamming ships. The rain's starting to happen a little bit, but the Pavis is just gonna, yeah, all this is gonna go down, and then the Onyx is gonna be ships behind. Did I just watch a plasma round hit the backside of this monitor? No. No, I did not see that. Dramus is gonna get taken apart down here under Delta by Black Bat, and Duke's gonna be able to hop onto the point and cap it, because there's nothing else really down here. Rebel Yell's gotta leave. Polymorph Sneroid trapped in. Just keeps making the same mistake. Dude. So, when you get into a situation to where you're in a losing gunfight,
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
you got two options. Change the situation so that you're not in a losing gunfight anymore, or leave. Those are your two options. The way you change the situation so you're not in a losing gunfight is by getting more of your team up here, or forcing their team to break up. You cap points, or you just pull the boys. You just bring them in. But doing this, just taking the losing gunfight over and over again and slightly changing how you're doing it is really, 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 really not what you want to be doing. The best thing this player could have done, like right after taking that fight with the experts and losing and seeing that they're crossing instead of just sitting back there, is leave. You just go somewhere else. You dive down, get out of there. ANS now going for the alpha point with that torped, which has been barbecued. It's a little bit of a roast magpie there for you. It's my favorite, just like Mama used to make. Amethyst is now going to get hell murdered by 3,000 points worth of monitor, which is very unfortunate, although it is going to dodge for a little bit. It's got a raider, it's got a whip. Uh-oh, that was a C90 land. I hope people can't hear my stirring noises, but I'm sure that you can, because I'm doing that right next to the microphone. I've just realized. This is a very cute idea, but unfortunately it didn't work at all. Yeah, I saw the Torp ship, and I saw all the other stuff, and I was like, oh, this is actually an amazing fleet, but no terminals on those Torps, no decoys, no pinnates. Not gonna work. Womp womp. Ironically, something like that would usually work against 3 cats because he plays such heavy greed builds. But not this time. Well prepared. Well prepared. Another monitor dying to 415 rails. Or, what is this? Tug. Tug class monitor. Obviously. Amethyst doing so hard, trying its little heart out to survive against this. And might be able to make it onto the alpha point before dying, actually. But is eating plasma, is eating C90 fire, and I think it's starting to eat some 100 mils now, too. Yeah, it's no longer orbit dodging, it's trying to leave. Actually, I think some of this fire is 250. You have 250 in this fleet? Oh, yes. Yes, you do. How many? 2. do really enjoy the Marathon OST. I actually got familiar with the OST well before I had ever played the game. So, if that tells you anything about how great it is, you're living it. Polymorph Sneroid now coming up here, trying to fight the Axfords head on to keep that Charlie point for as long as possible. He's just gonna die. He should not be here. Should have left so much longer ago. Gonna dump some S2s out. I don't think this is gonna do anything, Chief. We already saw what happened when they came out last time. This is only one ball. This is what, 8 missiles? No, I don't think so. Oh, but Crow's up front, and that rail ship does not have PD. Damn. Why is Crow up front? Lost both railguns, but I mean, it's basically fine. Whoa, this thing has damage control in it. Nice. Yeah, it is really weird to me though that 3 Cats 450 bulk rate is not up front. Why is the Railford up front? Doesn't make any sense. Crow is obsessed with violence. To be fair. No question about that. I think the Pinner Break is now getting onto the Delta Point. Yeah, it sure is. It's gonna be... So what's gonna happen here is this is gonna capture this, come up through the hole, and then head over to the Alpha Point through the trench. Gonna execute the Rebel Yell. Is there a way to make my camera move faster? Can I, like, hold shift?
The enemy is securing
No.
zone common.
No, there's no acceleration. I can zoom. There's no, like, acceleration for the camera. So, yeah, these are gonna grab that, come up here, go over here, kill this, come over here, capture the Alpha Point. Oh, no, the Magpie's got the Alpha Point. And probably come down here to Echo. Nope, Crow's gonna get that. 2 with the capping Railford. So yeah, I think OSP's pretty much done ski here.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse. The enemy secured zone common.
No way. I don't think they're gonna be able to do even that, because obviously these 2 are gonna die here
The enemy
for
is
too long.
securing
Although,
zone boxer.
engaging at close range, the Axford loses a lot of its benefits against the liner. Wow. Is that vessel moving? 1 meter a second and decreasing. I feel like a person can walk faster than this, but I have no idea.
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
What is the walking speed of the average adult human male American in 2024? 1 speed, yes, 1 speed unit. Coming in with the heavy tax, thank you, Wolf. Duke Stars grabbed the Bravo point. That's actually a pretty big deal. Gonna
The enemy secured
keep OSP in this game. They secured it just for a little bit. They are up by 120 points. 2 to 3 cap. That's not the end of the world. Here, they've got the Delta Point, and there ain't nothing taking back the Delta Point anytime soon. They're probably going to be able to grab the Alpha Point here before too long. It really is anyone's game. hopefully text chat continues to be rendered unreadable by the locals, because it is unbelievably cringe. Speaking of text chat, I need... Next time I'm gonna need to pop out the Twitch chat and put it on my screen somewhere, so people watching the VOD can know who the hell I'm having a conversation with. I'll need to remember to do that. I'll have to ask Neko how to do that. 'Cause I got no idea, and I know he does that. Spinjutsu cringe lords, yeah, that's how you get through the fucking pieces. You just spinny missile, ignores the defender, glonk. Thank you, dear. Just a little bit.
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
Both teams are now just scrambling for points at this time. Kono has managed to eat the anchor.
We are contesting Zone Atlas.
Where have you been the whole game?
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
I forgot about this ship. I was too busy watching the voxels get bullied down on Delta Point that I have no idea where this ship has been. But anyways, it's hopped onto the Bravo point and recapped it. OSP, I actually don't know. Okay, so ANS has 3 caps. I think this belongs to ANS too? Yeah, because OSP is currently capturing the Alpha point. Yeah. So it's 4-1 in favor of ANS, although they are down by almost 100 points. Amethyst is now dying violently over here on the Alpha point. Crow is sumo slamming something. I guess it's that tug, probably. Very silly. I think it's time to split up the monitors.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Send half the fleet to Bravo, send half the fleet to Charlie. Oh man, yeah, probably could just directly fire into that drive block and just kill this thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. Morphus tends to approach the game fairly casually and doesn't really do boss fire stuff that much. Don't make fun of how I say things. Black Bat is lifting up and going over to Bravo, but is he splitting up this fleet? Wow. Enemy flyer heading over to Bravo. Oh, with the voxel up here, keeping the C-90 ships. You kind of need that. Plasma, if you don't have a lock on this thing, the plasma's never going to land on the voxel, especially not if it's Raider Whip. Yeah. He is trying to get... Yeah, he's... Okay, so he's pulling the other ones up to engage this. And now the C-90 is going to come in and slam right into the middle. Got plasma coming in from different directions, so that's going to very quickly die now. We're seeing a lot of pings. That is not going to last very long. Plasma's going to add up quite quickly. And then all that 100mm is going to dig right into the nose of this thing and core it out. Crow left the echo point. No way. Yeah, Crow's leaving the echo point. Gonna probably try to get to mid to support the Peregrine. Paraquin. Hey. Paraquinto bean. Bum, 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 bum. That's totally impossible harass or monitoring. Alright, we're keeping an eye on you. Tepid macro, yeah, slowly burning down there on the echo point. I think ANS rather is going to be able to keep a handle on the echo point. OSP is going to be able to grab Bravo. It's still anybody's game. It's coming down to this last little bit of the match. Very scrappy match. After that strong Axford push opening over the top middle of the map. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Is that we play both sides of the map. We play on top, we play on bottom. Because if you just play top and you get pushed like that, like if those Axfords come through here, it doesn't matter how many bulk predators, you could have 9,000 points of bulk predators over there, they have to leave. Or they can all stay up here and slowly die and maybe cover Charlie when those come closer. But if those Axfords stayed at range and just shelled, OSP just literally can't fight that. They can't get lands, because with the good engine setup, you can just dodge forever at like 10 kilometers. And this isn't even a good engine setup. It's just one raider. And he was still dodging fire. Absolutely deranged. And going both sides of the map allow you to adapt to circumstances more effectively. Like OSP had half on the lower, half on the upper. Even though their upper stuff died, their lower stuff was able to capture Delta, rotate over to Alpha, capture that. Now it's capturing Bravo as well. Although that may just be fucking gunships. The normal good engine setup for Axford is 2 Raiders and 1 Whiplash. It's quite good. Big whip. Or no. No, because it's Raider, Whip. I think. I don't remember. You're going to have to ask someone else that one. Because the little whip, you do get more juice out of it, even though you get less power. It's probably worth.
The enemy secured zone boxer. The enemy is securing zone common.
I mean, Anus needs more sprinter gamers anyways. Probably fine. I don't actually know who's going to finish it off here. I think OSP wins it, actually. Rebel not really able to do anything. Yeah, OSP's got to take it. No question. Nice, 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 nice.
We are contesting zone common.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Watch it!
We have the perfect concluding music for this experience.
Where were the rails?
They were railing shit.
I had fire suppression and no rails. Didn't get to use it.
Oh.
That was a wild and violent game.
There's so much more violence I could have done with an antenna.
That's for sure.
That's quotable.
I didn't realize all the monitors were facing me there, and so I pushed in to try to help kill stuff on A, and then they just ate me alive. And I should have stayed on B there.
There's so many.
That would have won us the...
Nah, like, and these, like, 10-point to victory games, there's so many tiny little improvements that could have been made. We could have moved for A faster. We could have, delayed the monitors a little bit longer.
I could have not lost my spotting. Dramus could have not lost his spotting.
If we got lucky and knocked out the monitor on A, we would have kept A and won. Like, all those little bitty things just added up.
Very fun match.
Ironically,
Wait, McMuster, did it have any military, like...
The liner on Alpha?
Yeah.
No, it was fucking dead. It regained gained auxiliary steering like halfway through the match after it got shelled initially.
It didn't have an arming missile?
None of the torp launchers were active. No, it was just there baiting fire.
The tug was holding at the end.
Unfortunate.
Actually, it was the monitor. We knocked out the tug.
The tug was already over speed ready.
The tug had.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say sumoing the tepid macro off of E was funny. It was just this tug.
The rails were pretty good, honestly.
Oh, they're very aggressive, and I like the aggressive play with them too. It was like, oh, they're real guns. They're not going to come up to the center. And then I see, oh, there's 2 Axers hovering directly above A.
The opportunity cost with them might have been if we got something else, could have been better. But honestly, in this game, pretty good.
So this is one of the matches where I feel like, so the argument that I got into was like, is it better to have these like heavy, like capital ships with the spawning and you kind of skimp out on some of the DC and the PD? Because that's how these are. They only have a single Aurora and have that spawner. If I don't have the spawner, then those 2 rail ships are more like normal Axfords. Just instead of 450, they've got rails and their PD is a little less. Like I think for how quick I lost my spawner, I was just gimped with slightly worse Axfords for the rest of the game. Where like if I had the tougher Axford, I'd have more restorers to be able to fix the rails up and eat more of your torps. Also, you guys torped the hell, missiled the hell out of me. If you've got the choice between a rail ship in your face and a 450 ship in your face, and you're choosing to torp the rail player, you're making the wrong call. Like, shoot the thing that can actually kill you.
What were the sidearm missiles on those line ships? Because if they're like a radar main, they might have just saw your rail expert first and
yeah, because I
really
went in first. I mean, if you force the position or force the
No, I got the Axfords mixed up is all. Image recognition, it's hard. But those were my what are they? Command, act command.
Yeah, good missiles. They didn't.
Yeah.
I was still able to get my rails back up after getting missiled, though. So they could maybe.
I assume it's a basic CIC in those, right?
No, it doesn't matter what I do. I will now put basic CICs in pretty much anything that I run.
Okay.
Always reinforced. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I see basics and stuff, and I go, ugh. Not for me. No thanks. I choose life.
All right. Good games, y'all. I'm out.
Skater.
Feel slightly responsible for your refusal to bring basics.
A little bit, yeah.
To bring basic.
I mean,
CIC.
bringing only basic is a mistake.
I feel like it's like this whole group of players. I think like I've gotten so used to how, I don't know, killy we all are. I'm not risking fighting any of you guys without a reinforced CIC.
It's
Basics.
I mean, it's naval warfare, right? Just
Basics.
don't be detected. Just use the outside of the onion, and you never need the reinforced CNC.
If you're just not there, if you alt F4 before the game starts, you can never lose.
I don't know. There's also a fair amount of like me resigning myself to knowing I will die. Literally made a call last match. Let me go on to C point first, because if they've got missiles, they're gonna missile me, and you've got 450. Like, I know what my job is. I'm aware. Someone's got to do it. It's what they don't tell you. That's not glorious. That's just sad.